What's up? Welcome back to this channel. This is going to be a channeled message. Venus and the Sun are conjunct, which means together. They're conjunct in Libra at the final degree before they move. Both of them move into Scorpio, and we will start Scorpio season. Tomorrow I'll be hosting a live Scorpio season workshop also, so ticket information itself will be below. If you guys are interested or you want to download it later, it's available. This is going to be a pick a pile for what you can expect for this next cycle of your relationships. It can be connected to friends, family, love, of course, because Venus connects and rules all relationships. But it can also be how you deal with money, how you deal with self-love, etc. So we are going to probably just do 3 different piles and see what messages come up. Maybe 4 piles, but I need to just keep this one short. But I was just really called to get on here and do it. So we're going to jump in. If you're interested in picking a pile, you can just click in the description box below. After this video uploads, we will add the timestamps and you can see whatever number or pile you want to pick just from the list. Click on it, it'll jump, and then you have a reading. Okay, let's jump in. I want to start with this deck. So this will be for pile number 1. Pile number 1 starts at 133. All right, so this is pile number 1. What can you expect from this Venus and Sun conjunction and the next cycle in your relationships? So let's see here. Pile number 1. Okay, well, the first thing I felt was like maybe you're thinking about another person coming back or reconnecting with another person. I feel like you need to just be patient because some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, or in Sagittarius season, maybe you will reconnect with that person. I don't know how that connection will go. We'll see if there's other cards that will explain it, but I feel like right now it's very important for you to understand what you want for your relationships, especially because we have Mercury also in Libra right now. So in Libra, we have Venus, the Sun, and Mercury, and the 3 of them together are illuminating all of our awareness and how we understand what we really want from our connections moving forward. We also just finished a Mercury retrograde that was in Libra and Virgo, and it really helped us see what was working in our relationships and what wasn't working, and how you show up in your relationships and how other people are showing up, and if it's beneficial, if it's not beneficial, how you're not on the same page or something needs to be adjusted. But right now, I just feel like it's really important for you guys to, group number 1, you need to be drinking a lot of water because I think you've been processing a lot of emotions and there's a lot of energy upgrades that are happening. So it's really important that you stay hydrated because your body is like fucking 80% water or whatever, and all of your cells, they're all experiencing a ascension right now and they need water to support that. So that's really important. Also, tomorrow we're moving into Scorpio season. Scorpio is a water sign, so it's really important that, again, we're drinking a lot of water. And Scorpio is very strong with their intuition, and your intuition is also stronger when you are well hydrated, okay? So yeah, make sure you are drinking a lot of water. You could also be feeling very emotional lately, but this group number 1 needs to be focused more on balancing out their emotions, because this up and down state, you can't really decide what's best for yourself when you're so triggered, when you're so, pulled all over the place. So I feel like maybe whatever connection or experience you are leaving, or whatever past connection or past experience you are still grieving or processing, that experience could have had this group stuck in this feeling of just like hot and cold, in and out, up and down. It's like this emotional roller coaster. It feels a little bit chaotic. So now I feel like we've left that situation, or now we need to leave that situation. And we're thinking about, okay, if we want to reconnect with this person, or to maybe even just get like closure or whatever. But there's this overall energy right now of needing to just slow down. Some people from this group some people from this group, number one, maybe are also trying through Scorpio season to make sure they're not falling back into their toxic cycles and addictive patterns. Maybe there's addictions here, like literal addictions or dependencies on alcohol, coffee, like overeating, or just like pleasures. But I feel like this group, it's going to be really important for you to figure out how you now relate, because Venus is all about relationship, how you relate to the world around you, the people, your connections to pleasure, because Venus in Scorpio will show you your shadows and how you are maybe impulsively chasing pleasures and desires and things that don't really support you, don't really benefit you right now. And maybe in the past they did, but now it's just like something needs to change about how we are chasing our pleasures and what we really value about our pleasures, etc. So yeah, this would be a really good time through Scorpio season because it's all about deep transformation, to change your diet, your routine, like clean up your space, clean up your diet, clean up, maybe like stop drinking coffee for the month or whatever, and just see how you feel, see what changes. Okay, other advice. Yeah, I have Two of Cups here reversed that was flipped like this. It was flipped. I have Two of Cups here reversed. So some of you are just feeling like, wow, I feel like there's a separation from either a soulmate or a twin flame or just a really deep connection that we really valued, we really wanted to work, but there was something about this situation where either you or the other person, like they couldn't control themselves, they couldn't control maybe their anger or their impulses or their desires or whatever. And now moving through Scorpio season, I think the Sun and Venus together today are illuminating the pleasures and the issues that maybe are connected to the pleasures. And then through Scorpio season, it gives everyone an opportunity to like take control of their perspective and story and to rewrite a new chapter. So I do feel a little bit of a separation for this group. Yeah, I have a Three of Swords. Like this group, I feel like this Sun and Venus conjunction are really showing you just how much suffering you've been experiencing in a connection that you really wanted to work, but you both were not on the same page. There's also something about timing. Maybe the timing is wrong, but I feel like there's two different levels of experiences here. It's like you're both looking at the same thing, but you have two different perspectives and you can't really communicate clearly. You can't really get through to each other. Like it's not happening. So it's just like, but there really is like one person here who is just, I feel like they're falling behind. Maybe they're getting lazy or they don't want to do the healing work or they're just avoidant or they're ignoring pain or they're ignoring the issue, or it's like you want to sit down and talk about the issue and they're like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm over it. But it's like, but you're causing a lot of this issue and you don't want to talk about it. It's like, what? So like, yeah, some of you could be dealing with, I have water and air signs here also. There's a letter M coming through strong. Yeah, and I have the Devil reverse. Wow, the Devil reverse. So I just feel like there's been a disconnect. There's been like maybe communications just cut off, or someone has been ghosted, or there's just a silent treatment. They don't want to chat. But I also feel like someone here really needs to figure out how to break their toxic cycles, because those toxic cycles were really negatively influencing this connection. And I think the other person was asking them to remain more accountable or to do something like that, because with the Devil, that's connected to people wanting to avoid responsibility and people diving into their self-sabotaging tendencies. So maybe someone here feels more comfortable and familiar with chaos, and the other person was like, I'm trying to create a more safe environment for this connection to thrive, and like you continue to like cause issues or continue to do strange things that don't make us feel safe. And then it's like, because that person maybe has never really experienced a comfortable, safe, steady, stable relationship or a vulnerable connection or whatever. So, but I have the Devil card here. So I also feel like, yes, maybe someone is just feeling like, oh, finally I could just drop this fucking connection. But in the back of their mind, they're like, ugh, it just feels so unfinished for some reason. It's like, this is definitely, and we have a lot of soulmates in our lives for sure. They help us learn the big lessons, but like, this is definitely a karmic connection, a karmic, soulmate. Like, this is somebody who, twin flame energy. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more cards. Yeah, I have the Knight of Cups, I have the Knight of Cups, and I have the Six of Swords. So mentally, we've already disconnected and we're trying to move on, but emotionally, we're still processing. And I think someone here is trying to figure out how to approach and offer an apology, or maybe closure, or to say, okay, I want to figure this out, but how do we do that? Like, there's a bigger conversation happening, and I think it's already happening on astral, like just up, in the stars, but like for it to actually show up and manifest here in real life, like it's just not the time. So I think for this group, this Venus and Sun conjunction is just really showing you that they're still healing. There's still a reason for this separation, and I think someone here is really thinking about the other person, or both of you are thinking about each other, but someone really needs to take more control and responsibility, and they're trying to figure out how to do that. I feel like they're trying to prepare that conversation before they show up, because if they show up, they're not ready and they can't handle a lot of the truth or the experience that has happened. Like, they can't process it all right now. So, okay, that's pile number 1. We're gonna go to pile number 2, which is going to be 1144. Okay. Pile number 2, what's up? So let's see what this Sun and Venus conjunction are illuminating in your relationships right now. The Magician reverse. I feel like this is a really good time to figure out how to manage yourself in different ways, because you're trying to figure out if you will connect with another person, or maybe you're in a relationship and you want to move it forward, but we're trying to figure out, like, I've grown, I've, matured in different ways. So now I feel ready to change this environment, or this like dynamic. Like, this relationship needs to be adjusted in some way, but I'm trying to figure out where all of the pieces go and how they all fit together. I feel like there could be, it's less about doing right now and more about thinking, feeling, and planning, and trying to figure out a proper structure. I also feel like some of you could be connecting with a Virgo or a Gemini, but overall there's a lot of Earth energy here. I also have the Moon, so it could be Cancer or Pisces. The letter L is coming through strong, but I feel like emotionally people could be feeling just overwhelmed with a lot of, maybe there's a lot of discussions that they haven't had, or a lot of emotions that haven't been processed, because maybe there was a past either trauma, or somebody cheated or lied, or they're just, it even could have been just a big fight. It's like something feels like it's been revealed and now it's more clear, and we're trying to figure out, like, is this the right person for me? Is this the right, like, are we both willing to work together? If so, then good, and go for it. But I feel like both of the identities in this connection, or we're clearing this connection and we're disengaging, and now we're recognizing my identity is so different now, and I really want to explore and figure out who I am now becoming. I feel like there's a lot of internal sort of like review and navigation, and we're trying to figure out how to create something new with all of this information that we have. So someone here could be feeling like there's a lack of resources or a lack of tools that they can use, but they know they want to make a change, but they don't have the tools or the access or something like that. I feel like it's really important that someone here gets out and connects with community and starts meeting new people and seeing different perspectives by having different conversations and being in different literal environments. So going into new spaces, into new connections. Can we clear the throat chakra, please? I'll clear the throat chakra. it's like someone wants to talk, but they don't know what to say, or they can feel that something's happening and changing inside of them, but they don't have the words. They don't have the language to describe it. So I feel like they need to get out and have more conversations with other people, maybe just watching different even like YouTube videos and just seeing like people, maybe connecting with therapists or energy workers or astrologers or something that just other people to understand what they are experiencing, so you can be like, oh, I feel the same. And then you hear them talk about it. And when you hear them talk about it, you get the language. And when you have the language, you then have more power because you can define what you're experiencing. And with that power and that understanding, you can then move forward making a change. So I feel like that is, like, this group is definitely sort of coming out of a darker time. There's been maybe a lot of internal grieving and healing, etc. And we felt like, you know, like, where's the light? And now I feel like moving through Scorpio season, you're going to feel more empowered. We also, if you go to my YouTube page, there's a Scorpio season pick a pile. So maybe go there and watch that to see more specific information about the Scorpio season. But this is more about the Venus and the Sun conjunction, which doesn't happen often, especially at Libra 30 degrees. So this is like a culmination, a result, a full understanding of like your relationships are changing or what you want for yourself, maybe noticing self-sabotaging tendencies, and like now you don't want to do that because they feel like you're giving your power away to other people. And then you feel like, oh, why do I do that? Why do I prioritize other people? Why do I give my power away? And then I feel like the victim and I feel stuck. And it's like now taking our power back, standing in our power and getting ready to figure out what to do next. But a lot of this, I think a lot of the people in this group are still trying to gather information and vocabulary and services and resources to try to make those changes. So it feels like connecting with community will be really important for this group, okay? Okay, let's do pile number 3. Pile number 3 will be 1707, okay. Pile number 3. It's up. Let's see how this Venus and Sun conjunction at 30 degrees in Libra is helping you figure out what to do next in your relationships. Eight of Wands, 10 of Swords, 6 of Coins. Wow, I feel like this group is feeling really strong and ready for the next chapter. I feel like you have hyper focus, and Scorpio season is going to bring in a lot of amplified energy for you to transform, which is beautiful because in Scorpio season, which we start tomorrow, you can spiral into low vibrational toxic cycles and old fears, anxieties, etc., addictions, like all the bullshit, or you can literally elevate and rise and expand and like grab all of your power and stand in it and make decisions that are best for yourself, etc. So like this is a really powerful energy, and I think there's a lot of opportunity for growth here. I feel like maybe you don't see, 100% of all of the results right away, but I feel like there's a lot of hidden gems that you will be finding where you start to notice, wow, I could use this information or use this resource or use, this, like I could connect with this person and together we could create something cool. Like I feel like there's a lot of new opportunities coming because this group has felt quite stuck for a while with the 10 of Swords reverse, but then we've got this hyper focus on all of the things to come. So maybe this group has been feeling very stuck for the last while. It could be like 10 weeks, could be 10 months, 10 years. It's just like, this is like a big sort of, we've been like going through the bullshit. And now it's like, oh, finally, I feel like I've popped out and I'm ready to, hyper focus like on the specific ways to improve myself. So maybe you want to, I'm also sharing like Qi Gong. So it's like maybe energy practices, like moving the body. You want to make sure that you're drinking lots of water. You want to make sure that like every morning you're meditating for 5 minutes. Like I feel like this group is really ready to stand up and be like, I want to make a fucking change and I'm going to use this energy. And that Venus and Sun conjunction, the two of them coming together, is really helping you understand your value and understand your self-love and self-respect and prioritizing yourself and prioritizing your health and prioritizing your money and prioritizing your well-being overall and most. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like that is going to be the best approach for this group. And I feel like you're just ready to be like, I'm done with these old connections, and if other people can't show up properly, then why the fuck am I showing up to support you and try to fix you and try to help you? It's just like, I'm done. I'm so done. And Mercury in Libra is really helping you shift your perspective and see relationships differently, because maybe you've been acting up until now, out of lack and scarcity, because like you overgive, you over try, you over invest into people who are not showing up for you, because there's maybe a fear that if you lose, like you split, you separate from this person, that you won't find another person. Like that's literally tied to scarcity, and that will connect to your money, that will connect to your friends, your family, everything. So I feel like this group is really growing and maturing with this idea that like scarcity is a mindset, and I'm clearing that because there are so many options for me, and there's new opportunities, new ways for making money, new connections, new love, new, and this group feels, it's like you can't get stuck in another person's process. You can't get stuck in trying to figure out what the fuck is going on in your mind. You can't get stuck feeling bad for other people who don't want to do the work. It's like this group is just like, fuck that. I'm standing up and I'm ready to move forward. And like the only story I need to focus on and prioritize is myself, because everyone else is just a fucking character in my movie. And I don't mean that in a rude way, but it's just like, I'm the main fucking character here, and I need to write my script, and I need to write and direct my own story, my own movie, and I've been stuck trying to help and fix other people's bullshit up until now, and they're draining me, and it's just like, no, I feel like this group is just ready to be like, fuck that, I am taking on the main character role, and I am ready to charge forward. So I love that for you, group number 3. Okay, we're gonna do one more. Wow. That's a lot of information coming through. 2150. Okay, group number 4. This is the last group. How does this Venus and Sun conjunction in Libra help you? Okay. If you guys like these readings, can you just hit the like button, because it really helps get the channel out, show other people this video, and I'll do more of these often for sure. You can also put in the comments what kinds of videos you would want to see, what kinds of channeled messages. Okay, group number 4. Okay, group number 4, let's see how this Venus and Sun conjunction are helping you. Oh, the Lovers, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, and the Empress. Oh my God. Okay, y'all have new connections coming through. I don't know if it's gonna happen today, but like this conjunction, the Sun and Venus coming together at the final degree in Libra, which is connected to our relationships. Like you have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. So I feel like this group is now inviting in higher vibrations of love. You also have the Lovers. So like Queen of Cups, King of Cups, and the Lovers. Wow. It doesn't need to be romantic. It can be, and it will be for a lot of you, but this can also just be good collaborations, reconnections with family, with friends, reconciliation. I have the Empress reversed, so I feel like there's a little bit of a delay with either it showing up fully or how it will show up. But I also feel like a lot of issues may be connected to self-worth and thinking that you're not good enough or you're not, worthy of love or whatever. These old programs in the mind are now being cleared, and we're really standing in our beauty and understanding that we deserve everything. And like that King of Cups, that Queen of Cups, this is an equal. So this connection, whether it's a collaboration, whether it's a new friend, you have an opportunity to choose a new way of moving through life. So this can be a deeper connection with someone who even uses their energy differently. Maybe you're experiencing Tantra with this person. Maybe you are curious and interested in more healing, and like your new partner you connect with at a workshop or somewhere where another person is also focused on their healing, and it's like a journey that the two of you can partake together. Or maybe this offering is just so emotionally balanced and fulfilling that the two of you can like really expand and create more opportunities or services or resources or money or whatever it is. But overall, I feel like this is a very exciting connection that is coming through for this group. I don't know when it's going to show up, but just know that your guides, your angels, the universe on the other side are already establishing these connections, and they're trying to figure out how to bring the two of you together because they see the work you've been doing. I feel like this group has also been investing a lot into either other people or other relationships, and those people, those relationships were not showing up. You are not benefiting equally, and I feel like now the universe is saying, okay, I've seen everything you've invested, and that investment will come back, but not from this person, because the other person you've been trying to fix or help or heal or support or whatever, they're just not ready, so they need to go their own way. There's a separation, or there was a separation, but now all of that energy and time and love that you invested into that cycle, maybe some of you are just thinking like, why the fuck did that happen then? I put all of this into this person, all of this into this session, all of this into this experience, and I got fucking nothing back. It's like, this is bullshit. And maybe you're feeling a little bit jaded or whatever, but it's just like the universe sees all of that investment, and that energy will come back to you. And I think even tenfold, like you will get that energy back, but it won't be, it might be for some of you from this person when they actually grow and heal and, whatever, come back. But like, I feel like for most of you, you will get back, all of that investment, but from a different connection. And that connection will be coming through soon. So just remain open. Okay. I love you guys. I'm going to wrap it up here. This is a really exciting time. If you're interested, we have a Scorpio season live workshop tomorrow. You can just get a ticket from my website if we haven't uploaded the link below. It's just inwardboutique.com. And yeah, I love you. I'll see you all very soon. Ciao.